So I thought I'd share how to make my kale pasta. Super simple to make. This dough is so beautiful and it tastes amazing. So let's get into it. This is what you're going to need. So you're going to need your kale, of course. You're going to need a flour. I'm using 00 flour, an olive oil. I'm using salt, pink salt, and flaxseed, which is optional. You'll also need a bowl, a blender, either a rolling pin or a pasta machine of choice. Either or works perfectly fine, and this is everything you're going to need to make your pasta. So first things first is you're going to blanch your kale, adding it to a pot. You're going to stir it up. You don't want to cook it for too long, only a couple seconds, maybe 20 seconds or less, and it should look something like this. Don't overcook it. Immediately throw it in under some cold water and it'll become this bright green color. You can't really see it right now, but you will in a second. So yeah, just run it in cold water until it stops cooking, and it should look something like this once it's all done. It'll still have a nice texture to it, and then you're just gonna add it to your blender. Now I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions about how much of everything I use. I guesstimated, so I will write a recipe, and then you're also going to add in your water. The recipe will be linked in the description bar below, as always. And then you're going to blend this up for about a minute, 30 seconds, or just 30 seconds, sorry. Blend it for 30 seconds until it becomes this nice, smooth consistency. Now you're not going to strain this. We're going to add everything to the well of our flour. So you're just going to make a nice well. You can either do this on a thing, whatever. You're going to add a tablespoon of flaxseed and your salt, your oil of choice. And then you're just going to add that mixture directly to it, the fiber and all. So all the nutrients, scrape down the sides if you need to. And then we're just going to take a fork and get to mixing. You're going to add the flour from the outside in and slowly mix it together until it forms a nice ball. Now this 00 flour is amazing. If you'd like to use 00 flour, I'll leave a link down in the description bar. It is so soft and fluffy, and it just has a different texture than all-purpose. It's very fine. It is organic. So again, I don't know how much flour we need exactly, so I'm just going to add in some more flour. There's no exact measurement for your flour. It depends on the consistency of your dough and also what you want it to feel like. So I went with the hand, like how I want it to feel. Again, I'm going to put a guesstimate of how much flour I think you need. But again, this is based off of, this is my first time making pasta, so we're just going to go with it. And then you're just going to knead this until it's a nice supple ball for about 3 to 4 minutes, and remembering to push outward away from you, like so. And then it's going to become this green, pretty ball. The sun went down, so it's a little darker now. And then once you're done kneading it, it's going to look so pretty. It's going to be soft, and it's just going to be gorgeous. The nice consistency to it. And it should look something like this. Now you're just going to take this and wrap it in plastic, put it in the fridge overnight or 24 hours. I did mine for 2 days. Just make sure it's nicely wrapped. And then you're just going to take it out of the fridge, let it sit on the counter for a little bit. It should look something like this. And this is a spirulina, did I say it right? Spirulina flour with 00. And I'm just going to break off a few pieces of this, and we're going to roll our dough out. So you're going to flour your surface, and you're also going to flour your dough machine. If you're using a roller pin, same thing. So you're going to start at 0 on your dough machine. And you're going to roll this out. You can fold in the ends to make it more square or rectangular. I didn't mind the odd shape. And I'm on to roll it through 0 twice. Because I like to, why not? And flour it back and forth to make sure it doesn't stick to the machine. Then move on to number 1, which is one of the thicker settings. And then we're going to go to number 2. And number 2 is what I wanted. I wanted a nice thick noodle. I didn't want it to be too thin. Oh, no, we're going to go to number 3. I forgot. So yeah, this is number 3. And number 3 is a nice setting. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3 are all thick settings. And then I'm going to add my pasta cutter on. And we're going to swap over to cutting our pasta. I'm going to give you guys a close-up so you can see what it looks like. It is so beautiful. I mean, if you were watching my live on my page when I did this, I was so excited. But after doing it, I learned the thicknesses of the pasta. So we're going to switch over to cutting. And then you're just going to let your pasta run through that. Look at how beautiful this is. Like, gorgeous. And you're just going to dust this with some flour to make sure it doesn't stick to itself. And you're going to place it on, look at how gorgeous this is. It's so pretty. So yeah, that's what the pasta looks like, and it's all done. You're going to place it on something to dry it out, and that's it. Let it dry and enjoy it the next day. Hope this video helped. Thanks for watching.